ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। Hari Om, salutations to all. In the Shiva Mantra Puja, first 4 shlokas we saw, in which the first 3 are about the worship of Bhagavan Shiva in our mind. Then we saw about how Bhagavan Shiva is the self in us. The temple is the body, the abode of Bhagavan. Our buddhi is the intellect. Pranas are the ganas. Every action that we do may be a worship of the Lord. Every perception that we have is of worship of Bhagavan. So, having seen this, the last verse of that Shiva Manasa Puja is a prayer for seeking forgiveness. So we find the most famous shloka there. Karacharana kritambak kayajam karmajamba. Even in a puja, when we do externally, Bhagwan is the purer than the purest. He is the perfect. He is the Purna Swarupa. Some apurnata remains, some errors of omission, commission happen by us externally also. Same way internally also when we do. So even in a worship when we do outside, we seek forgiveness. Avahanam na janami visarjanam pujam chaim na janami kshamasva parameshwar. Worship that we do inside also, at the end of it, one seeks the forgiveness. That is one aspect. And a whole day, whatever actions we are doing, yadyat karma karomi tad tad akhilam shambho tavaradhanam. All the actions that we do, they are also worship of Bhagavan. In that also there can be errors of omission and commission. So the shloka is to seek forgiveness on a daily basis. And let go, seek forgiveness, let go of any tendencies that we would have to repeat a mistake. So consciously what we do, unconsciously what we do, in and through all that, whatever errors of omission and commission are there, first we have the humility to accept there will be errors. Though we should be as alert as possible. This is not to justify any errors that we do, any wrong actions that we do. But with that humility, we accept that yes, in spite of all the best of knowledge I may have, attitude I may have, sometimes the mind slips. In many cases, our mind slips many times. So we seek forgiveness from Bhagavan. One is that humility to accept that. Second is to feel the remorse and to seek forgiveness. For what we know, if we don't even feel that what I did is wrong and we justify, then we can't even come out of that mistake. So, second is to feel that yes, what happened was wrong, at least for those things which we are doing knowingly. To feel that pain of having done something wrong, having hurt someone, having hurt oneself. So, under some attachment, temptation, distraction, selfishness, we'll end up doing this. Does one feel the pain of it, the negativity, and does one want to come out of it? Sometimes we don't recognize it. Even if we recognize it, we are in a denial mode. We don't acknowledge it. Even if we acknowledge it, we don't want to let go of it. So when we seek forgiveness, it is not a mechanical act that every day we just say karana chanakritam va kayajam karmajam va chamanayajam va manasam va paradham. It is out of bhav. So we can say this every night before we go to sleep with all bhavna. We can say this even in our meditation and feel what is the mistake done, have the desire to let it go, and then not to repeat again. When a negative karma is done, it will leave an impression on our mind that will further prompt a negative action. So when we seek forgiveness, when we feel that this should not have happened, we repent for it. That is called atonement. So prayaschitta has to be done. So we seek forgiveness and do the prayaschitta. But sometimes what happens, even after we do the prayaschitta, the tendency is more powerful. So we may land up doing again. We saw in the earlier satsangs in the Adhik Maas Bhagavatam satsangs, in that we saw how name of Bhagavan is very powerful to destroy these tendencies. So worship of Bhagavan and the seeking of forgiveness, and then the Nama Japa, very important. It is to ensure that Nama Japa helps for Prayaschitta also. Nama Japa will help to reduce the, to destroy that negative tendency, which will prompt us to further repeat the same mistake. So with this bhav, one chants, Kara Charana Kritam Vak, that whatever actions I may have done with my hands, Kara and Charana, which may have been wrong. So one is to do something wrong. Maybe we have become violent, or maybe we have hurt somebody. Maybe we have gone to places which one should not go to through using the feet, which will create more vulgarity in our mind, which will create more selfishness in our mind, which can deviate us from the path of dharma. So these hands and legs, on one hand, we may have done some things which can harm us, hurt us, take us away from the Lord, take us away from the path of dharma. And on the other hand, we may not have done what is supposed to be done. We may not have walked and gone to the temple of Bhagavan. No, Swamiji, I visited all the 4 dhams. We have visited all the Jyotirlings, which is very good, excellent, that is, no doubt. Every day we walk, doing so many things for ourselves, for our family, for other things. And no doubt, if we do it with the bhav that this is my pradakshina of Bhagavan, that is wonderful. But then why not also go to the temple of Bhagavan? If not on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, the senses need to be continuously trained for that. So on one hand, I may not have done taken the flowers, offered it to Bhagwan, taken the water, done the Abhishek, walked to the temple of the Lord. On the other hand, we may have done things which are taking us away from Bhagwan. Kara Charana Kritam, walk with our speech. We may have indulged in gossip, in backbiting, in negative talk, and we may not have praised Bhagwan. That's an error with the speech. We may have been harsh to somebody. We may have been untruthful. So what does our Gita say? Satyam vada, priyam vada, hitam vada. Speak the truth, speak politely, speak for the benefit. We may not have followed that. We may not have taken the name of Bhagwan, sang the praises of Bhagwan, chanted the stotrams of Bhagwan, shared the kathas of Bhagwan. So vak, with the speech we may have committed some errors. On the tip of the tongue resides Mother Lakshmi, it is said, Jihvagre vasate Lakshmi, Jihvagre mitra bandhavaha. So how we speak, we can make more and more money, we can be more successful, prosperous, we can have more social circle based on the speech. Based on the speech, if we use it negatively, we destroy ourselves also. And suppose one talks foolishly, one makes a fool of oneself also. Some things one says which are not appropriate, one may land in jail and one may even get killed for it. So, speech is very important, powerful. Kara charana kritam vak, kaya jamba. From our body, there may be certain actions which may be adharmic or which may be hurtful, harmful. So many times we do many things which are unconscious also. Our very existence destroys so many living beings. The air that we are breathing, when we walk, we move around, so many jivas, they get destroyed. Those are all karmas which are done unconsciously. There is no sense of doership, there is no intention, but still there is a harm that is happening. Nam japa is one of the methods to ensure that we compensate for it. When we pray for the well-being of all, when we do certain things specifically also, if we are able to do, in some situations we may not be able to do, then we must take the Nama definitely of Bhagavan. So he is the Lord of all the beings. So Panchamahayagnyas, when we say Devarana, when we do a yajna, Pitarana for the ancestors, Shraddha and Tarpan, Manusharana, take care of the beings, then Bhutarana, take care of the Manusha is for human beings, Bhutarana is for the plants, birds, small creatures, all of them. We offer the food, we offer some grains, we offer water, all that. And Rishi Yajna is when we study and share this knowledge. So Panchamahayagnyas help us to replenish the resources that we consume, and by us, by our existence, what harm comes in the society. So wherever we are able to do that, we should do. That's our duty, nitya karma. But where not possible, then definitely take name of Bhagwan and seek forgiveness also. That kaya jam, karma jamba, through our actions, literal. So our actions, the profession that we do, the work that we do, even daily actions. Shravana Nayana Jamba. Through our senses, we may have heard some gossip of the gossip, we may have heard even some negative things about Bhagwan, about Shastra. We may have seen, we may have read, many things can happen through the senses, eyes and ears, which can take us away from the path. Shravana Nayana Jamba. And by indication, all the other senses also. These senses are called Jnana Indriyas. They are meant to gain the knowledge of the truth. And we perceive the world, live here, in such a way that our senses, they can adore the divine. They can be an aid to us in our sadhana. But many times we may not use the eyes to see the form of the Lord, to adore the form and then imagine the form in the mind, the ears to hear the glory of Bhagavan. The Bhagavatam, it is said, the ears which don't hear the glory of Bhagavan are like snake pits. And these snakes of negativities go and stay in the heart of that person. So, the idea here is our senses. We may not have divinized them, we may not have used them for the worship of the Lord. This is all on daily basis. Then mentally, we may have hurt somebody, thought negative about ourselves also, condemned ourselves also. So, manasam vaparadham. Bhagwan is in the heart. If we are divine, then why should we think less of ourselves? But many times we indulge in all that. Think low of ourselves, don't manifest our potential, have self-destructive tendencies. That troubles not only us, that troubles others also. So, manasam va paradham, vihitam avihitam va, knowingly done, unknowingly done, karacharana va, kayajam, karmajam va, shravanayanajam va, manasam va paradham, vihitam avihitam va, sarvam etat kshamasva. What we do with our mind, what we do with our swabhava, what we do with our buddhi, all that is included. Why should we seek? Why should Bhagwan forgive us? O Lord, you are that ocean of compassion. Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe. You are an ocean of compassion. If Bhagwan was only giving us the karma phala of our karmas, the results of our actions, we would never be able to evolve properly. No doubt Bhagwan gives the karma phala, but he does that with great compassion and kindness. He forgives. That's why his two eyes, they represent, one eye is the eye of objectivity, where he is the karma phala data. The second eye is the eye of karuna, compassion. He dispenses justice with compassion. Even in the world we see, even in court of law, etc., we see that justice with compassion. It is not heartless. How much people follow that is a different matter, but it is supposed to be like that. Justice with compassion. And sometimes people take advantage of that also in the world. I'm saying for human beings, there is justice with compassion. In Bhagwan's heart is an unconditional source of love and compassion. Jivas do make mistakes, there is no doubt. But Bhagwan is the one who forgives. To err is human, to forgive is divine. And Bhagwan's name also helps us to eradicate the tendencies which will make us do the mistake again. So that also is Karuna of Bhagwan only. So internally, the tendency will get destroyed. Karma phala also, many times Bhagwan just removes, eradicates. And even if we have to go through some negative karma, Bhagwan's grace is always there with us to face it with dignity. So in all ways, Bhagwan is embodiment of compassion. So, Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe, O Lord, you are an ocean of compassion. Shri Mahadeva Shambhu. O Mahadeva, O Shambhu. Shambhu means one who does the good of everybody. Shambhavayati Shambhu. Who only does the good of everybody, even though one may feel that some things are not going right in my life today, there are difficult circumstances. One is exhausting certain karmas, and in the difficult times is when we grow spiritually maximum, when we remember Bhagwan, when we are negative, destroying our papa karmas. So he is Shambhu, he is Karunabdhe, he is Mahadev, who took the poison for saving the whole world. We are offering our little poison to Bhagwan, saying, Bhagwan, you please take this away and make us one with you, make us pure, make us immortal. So this is the bhav, and with this bhav of seeking forgiveness and then ensuring that we live in devotion. See, as long as we live in devotion, we will serve Bhagwan, we will have the right mindset, we will be dharmic. The moment we deviate from bhakti, our ahankara will rise and it will make us do pap karma. So the prayer is not only to seek forgiveness but also to seek blessings of Bhagwan for devotion. That Bhagwan please bless us with maximum devotion so we don't do these errors of omission and commission. So with this bhav we will remember Bhagwan today and also do the Nama Japa.